Hi guys, my name is Lauren Branch. Some of you may remember me. I have been assisting Liz Turner, your regular volleyball coach, for many years now. I met her a long time ago when I came home to help Susan Thickpen, which was my current coach, or which was my high school coach, do like a summer camp or clinic. Anyway, as you guys know, Liz is out with a beautiful, handsome newborn baby, and so she is not going to be here at least throughout the beginning of the season. And so she has placed her trust with me to take over the team until she is able to come back. And I'm so excited about it. I actually have met quite a few of you. I've been, like I told you, helping her coach for many years, as well as some other people. I did go to East Duplin myself. First, I played volleyball at BF Grady, and then I went to East Duplin where I played under Susan Miller Thickpen. Um, right after graduation, I actually did play volleyball in college at North Carolina A&T for a while. But the summer after I graduated, I started helping coach at East Duplin. So I'm very familiar with how East Duplin volleyball works and how important volleyball is to East Duplin and the feeder schools. And so outside of East Duplin, I've also done summer workshops, clinics, taking groups of high school girls to camps for South Lenore, for Wallace a little bit. I've done a little bit of training at James Keenan. So I definitely have a lot of experience. I've coached club volleyball as well in Greensboro. They have a really big volleyball club there that I coached for a little while I was up there. And of course, I have lots of playing experience. I've been playing since, like I said, 7th grade. Never stopped playing. I still play to this day. So I'm super excited to see all of you guys again and to meet the ones that I have not met yet. But I know all summer long we've been saying we're about to start. Hopefully we're starting soon. And the dates just kept getting pushed back, but I think we're finally going to get going. And so I wanted to send you guys a quick video, first of all, to update you guys on what's going on and what's going to be coming up, and to, of course, introduce myself to all the parents that I haven't met, all the students that I haven't met, and all the upcoming freshmen that I may have not met as well. So, as you guys know, this year has been very strange. It's been just crazy with everything going on with coronavirus. And so, volleyball is not going to look exactly the same as we are used to seeing it and how it's usually been in the past. So there are some things that we're just going to have to adjust so that we can still be able to play and make sure that we're keeping everybody safe, because safety is more important than volleyball at the end of the day. So we are going to start next Monday, which is October 5th, I believe. So not tomorrow, but the following Monday is going to be the first official volleyball practice. We are going to start at 3:45. That is going to be for JV girls, and then varsity girls will begin at 5. Because of COVID restrictions, there is a check-in process that's going to happen. With that being said, 15 minutes before practice starts, that's going to be when we start the check-in process. You will have to meet myself, as well as possibly athletic director, and the trainer may be there. These are the people that you may see during the check-in process. But we will be set up. We'll have a table set up right outside of the gym doors. So you'll have to walk down the breezeway past the Fine Arts building, and then once you get to the end of that breezeway, you'll see a table set up. That's where we're going to do the COVID check-in. That is the only way you're allowed to enter the gym. So no more going through the back doors or the side door by the football field. You will have to enter through that front door so you can get checked in. Once you get to that table, and just to let you guys know, since the practices are separate, JV from varsity, if you are junior or senior, I'll say it like that because right now we haven't had tryouts or anything. So juniors and seniors, your practice is going to start at 5, check in at 4:45. So you are actually not going to be allowed to stay on campus for that time frame. So once school gets out, you'll have to make some kind of accommodations. Either have your parents pick you up. If you have a car, maybe you can go into town to eat or find somewhere to do your homework, whatever you need to do. But you won't be able to stay on campus during that time, and that is coming from the top down. They don't want any extra people on campus than they have to have. As far as those that are going to be freshmen and sophomores, you are allowed to stay, but they ask that you don't hang around in different areas of the school and in the field, the parking lot. They want you to go ahead and get checked in, and then there'll be designated areas in the gym where you can wait and change your clothes and all that good stuff. As far as changing out, the locker rooms are going to be open now, so that's good, but you're not going to be allowed to congregate in the locker room. So again, you have to check in, go put your clothes on, use the bathroom, do anything you need to do, and then you'll have to go to the designated waiting areas until it's time to start practice. Hopefully that's pretty clear. Again, this is all for the safety of the students, safety for the coaches, safety for the parents. So again, going back to check-in, excuse me, going back to the check-in, 3:45 is going to be the time that we start practice. So you guys need to make sure that you are checked in before that time so that we can begin promptly at 3:45 for the practice time. If for some reason you are late, it's going to hold up the entire practice because I will have to stop the practice, figure out somewhere, separate everyone, make them stop and pause what they're doing, and I will have to go check you in, do the cleaning all over again. And so it's so important that everybody is on time. When we say the time to start is 3:45, we need everyone checked in and ready to go at that time. When you come up to the table, there will be a series of questions that you'll have to answer. You'll have your temperature checked. If you pass all the screening, you will then have to sanitize your hands before you're able to enter into the gym and proceed with whatever you need to do to get ready. If for some reason you do not pass the screening, that may be answer one of the questions. Well, I don't want to say answer the questions wrong, but one of the questions you answered made you not pass the screening, or if your temperature is over 100.4, you will automatically be giving a return to play form that you will have to get filled out by your parents and a physician before you can come back to play. Again, all for the safety of everyone that's involved with this process. So that's the check-in process. At the end of practice, again, there has to be one flow in, one flow out. So you will not be allowed to exit the gym from the front way that you came in, because that's where we're going to be checking people in for the next practice. So we will be leaving out of the back door, and I will be able to show you guys this. There's actually a whole map and everything, and we'll all get the hang of it as we get going. We'll have to exit out that door so that people aren't coming in and out of the same doors. I explained the different times. So again, freshmen, sophomores, practice starts at 3:45. Juniors and seniors, practice starts at 5. Practice is going to be 1 hour, and practice will be on Monday and Wednesdays only for right now. Once we get into our official start dates, volleyball official start date is November 4th, so that will be the week we'll start tryouts. And then our gameplay will begin the week of November 16th. So we have a good little bit of time to prepare for the season. But for right now, with the restrictions that we have in place, we're only practicing Mondays and Wednesdays, freshmen and sophomores, 3:45, and junior and seniors at 5 o'clock. If you are fully a virtual learning student, as of right now, you are allowed to participate in workouts. Anyone can participate. So regardless if you're 100% virtual or if you're doing half and half, you are allowed to participate. If you are coming on campus as a virtual student only, you are not allowed to use the locker rooms right now. We are asking that you prepare yourself before you get there, and so that once you get there, all you have to do is check in and be ready to go. If there's any issues with any of this stuff, obviously you guys can reach out to me, and I'll give you my contact information as well. Before anyone can go to any practice, and this is stuff we've been sending out all summer long, so you guys are aware. There's a couple things you have to have. You have to have your physical done. It has to be up to date. You have to have the ticket to play information completed. And that, again, this year is all online. You have to have your insurance taken care of. Insurance is $12. They are providing a way to pay by card if you you don't want to pay by cash or the typical way. If you want to do that, you have to send an email to the trainer, Heather, and her email is houston@duplinschools.net. That's HHOUSTON Houston@duplinschools.net, and her phone number is 910-298-4535. That's how you can contact her at the school. So if you want to pay by card, there is going to be a 25-cent charge. So instead of $12, you'll have to pay $12.25. So again, if you want to pay by card, you have to reach out to Heather and pay her that way. If you want to pay by cash, you can send it through your student and they can just drop it off to Heather or to Coach Battle in the office. But it has to be taken care of before they're able to come to even the first open practice. The last thing that they have to have is on the student canvas page. There is a concussion video that they have to watch. I'm not sure if they have to like sign off or anything, but I know that it is a requirement. They have to go to the student canvas page and look for the student concussion video. And I suggest that the parents as well as the students watch that, so everyone is getting the same information. Of course, when it comes to the practice, we're not going to be able to have a typical practice where we're being able to have a lot of gameplay and game play scenarios. But me and Liz have been communicating all summer long, and we think that we're still going to be able to help the girls grow and get better with volleyball without those, or with the restrictions that we're under. And so we're going to have pods. We're allowed to have 25 people, including the coach, in the gym or any coaches, trainers, anyone involved in the practice. We can have 25 people, which is great for volleyball because we're not like football. We don't have, a ton of people. But we still have to be very cautious because with volleyball, there's a lot of touching the same ball and things like that. And so we're going to have pods is what we are required to do. With the size of the groups that we have so far, we're probably going to have pods of between 4 to 6 girls, depending on how many people have all of their paperwork, insurance, and everything taken care of when it's time to practice. You will be in that same pod all the time. So every single time you come to practice, you'll be with that same group of 4 or 5 girls every practice until restrictions are changed and we're able to do otherwise. With that being said, we're going to really focus on skill building, technical skill building, agility, speed. We're going to be working on being a better athlete in general, so that once those restrictions are lifted, we'll have the volleyball knowledge, we'll have the athletic body and resistance and agility that we really need to be great athletes. And then we can really focus on our game plays without having to worry about conditioning our bodies to be good volleyball players. So excited about that. Each player has to have their own water bottle. They're not allowed to drink out of the fountains and such. So if they need water, which 100% you need water, especially if we're going to have any more warm days. If you're working out your body and you're sweating and doing these things, you need to replenish yourself with water or Gatorade or something of such. So please make sure that your student has their own water bottle with their name on it. Students are not allowed to share I may keep a few bottles with me and at the practice just in case someone comes and they don't have one. But I'm asking you to please send your student with some kind of water bottle or Gatorade so that they can have something to drink during practice. And when it comes to masks, masks are highly recommended. They are not to wear masks during the actual workout process. So like when they're in their pod and they're doing some drill, they don't have to have a mask on. If they choose to, we can't stop them. We understand, but it would be really hard to work out with that mask, and they understand that. The people that create these restrictions understand that. So it's not a requirement, but they do highly recommend that they wear a mask when they're on break. So when we're having a water break, they highly recommend making sure we're social distancing and we're wearing masks during that time. So if it's during a instructional time, maybe I'm showing them something, or maybe they're just listening to me explain something, it's highly recommended that they wear masks during that time. There are no spectators during the practice. I know parents love to watch their kids practice and see how they're growing, but at this time we cannot have that to happen. They also are asking parents not to congregate in any of the waiting areas or outside, that if they want to wait and not leave and come back, that they just stay in their car. It just kind of social distance that way. If for some reason someone does test positive for COVID, their entire pod is going to be quarantined, along with anyone who may have had some extensive, long, close contact with them. So, like I said, your same group that's going to be working out together at the practices, your pod is what we're calling it. Your entire pod will have to quarantine. So that's just another reason why we need to make sure we're being safe and we're protecting ourselves and we're following these guidelines even outside of school. Because if you come test positive, then you're not only affecting you and your family, but you're putting at danger your pod as well as their family. So think about that. Think about your teammates when you're out and you don't really want to wear your mask. I think that pretty much explains practice. The only other thing is we're not allowed to do any high fives, chest bumping, anything like that for the time being, but that's self-explanatory. Talked about the check-in process. As far as the season, like I told you, the official season starts November 4th, so we'll have tryouts around that time. Game play will begin around November 16th. We have a 14-game season. Everyone's season is a little shorter, and everything's a little wacky, like basketball before football and some other things like that. But we are going to have a season, so we're thankful for that. Playoffs we will still have playoffs as of now, and they will start around January 12th. And I think that might be everything that I need to tell you guys. Let me make sure, just to give you guys a little peace of mind, we are doing a lot of sanitation. We're sanitizing in between practices, which is why we have that 15-minute window between the first practice and the second practice. When it comes to the balls, people won't be sharing balls between pods, so each pod will probably have their own ball, and they'll travel with that same ball, so you don't have to worry about transferring any kind of germs or anything that way. And the school and the counties are being very serious and careful when it comes to these things. Make sure there's nothing else. Cool. Well, I think that might be it. Like I said, we're starting next Monday, October 5th, I believe is the date. Practice will be on Monday and Wednesday. Feel free to send me a message and remind, or you guys can even reach out to me. My phone number is 919-429-0263. Again, it's 919-429-0263. Parents, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. And I really look forward to the season. We're going to make the best out of it. I know it's strange times, but we're going to make the best out of it. We're still going to play great volleyball, and it's going to be a great year. So make sure you are going ahead and warming your body up this week. You have one more week left. Take care of your paperwork, get your insurance in, do your physical, start warming your body up so that you'll be prepared for next week. Parents, make sure everything is getting taken care of as far as their paperwork. Students, start working out. You're going to want to go ahead and get started now. And again, have any questions, reach out to me. See you guys next week.